Welcome into Galena Sports Live, the site of tonight's matchup between St. Mary's Indians and the Galena Bulldogs, a doubleheader ahead of us tonight. Alongside me, my partner Nick Butler and Cole Grand. So Nick Butler, you'll be getting familiar with him as he'll be filling in for us in the coming weeks. But at tonight's matchup, the Galena Lady Bulldogs starting off the season 0-2, taking a loss to Girard 25-75 last week, will take on the St. Paul Lady Indians coming into this matchup with a 2-2 record. They finished a year ago 16-6, and these two teams squared off just about a year ago, where St. Paul came out victorious 47-44 in a really exciting game. Didn't go Galena's way. Hopefully the Bulldogs can get in the win column tonight, as we wanted to let you know the pregame show is brought to you by Mercy Specialty Hospital and Orthopedics in Galena. Innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs right here in Southeast Kansas. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, learn more at mercy.net or call 620-783-1732. So we're going to take our first pregame break. When we return, we'll talk about last game and a little bit more about the matchup coming up. Tip-off in a little under 13 minutes. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the four states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your phone started today at J. Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Sorry, I had it paused or on mute at least. But welcome back to the Mercy pregame show here live from Galena, just under 9 minutes away from tip-off. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Galena Bulldogs' last couple matchups. Two losses that were low scoring for them. So tonight they're going to have to figure out a way to put some more points on the board, scoring 25 points against Girard and 30 points against Caney Valley in their first two games. It's been a struggle to put points up, losing their leading scorer in Mia Sarwinski, an all-time leading scorer in Galena high school history for basketball. There's certainly going to be a struggle there, but they've got some players that can do it. Riley Boyce, Westland Russell, and Arista Sturgis seem to be some big three players for these Bulldogs tonight. And for St. Paul, they come in 2-2, beating Oswego in their last matchup, 43-31, playing in the Three River Conference. So it should figure to be a good one we have on tap tonight as we get closer to tip-off. St. Paul Indians are coached by Kalia Augustin. So, but for Galena, it all starts with defense. A team that can't score a lot of points, or they haven't shown to be able to score a lot, it's going to start with defense and forcing turnovers. When you force turnovers, you can get out in transition and get some quick buckets. So Galena is going to have to look to do that and just get ahead early tonight. What things are you looking for in tonight's matchup, Cole, or what you've seen in previous matchups you're looking for them to improve on?
Well, first off, sorry, let me turn down my mic real quick. It's really loud here. First off, something I really noticed that first game, we weren't here last game to see with them against Girard, but versus Caney Valley, they may have lost, but they had intensity almost throughout the entire game. No matter what the score was, they were out there ready to get better, ready to win, and that's something I hope to see during this game. If they're up, I hope that they keep that drive. If they're up or if they're down, I hope they keep that drive to keep it going. If they do that all season consistently, not only are they developing themselves for future seasons, they're also developing themselves for the rest of the season. You know, if you lost at the beginning, but they're giving it their all, they're driving, they're working hard, it's just going to improve and make them better for the future game. So, I mean, really, that's what I want to see this game is just intensity and just working on the things that they need to work on.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree, Cole. Very young lineup the Bulldogs have. One of their 5 starters is a senior, so they got a lot of young talent on this team. And we'll be catching them live here in 6 minutes. We'll take our second commercial timeout. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live, when we return in 3 minutes.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than Four States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. Four States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with Four States Smart Car. For seniors, Four States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. Four State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at fourstatespharmacy.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
So welcome back into the Mercy pregame show here as we continue to break down this matchup between the St. Paul Indians and the Galena Lady Bulldogs. We're going to look at the key players. Starting off for your Bulldogs, it's going to be Riley Boyce. She was the second leading scorer last year, and coming into this year, she's going to be counted on to be one of the leading scorers. It starts with dishing the ball out to her fellow pals on the three-point line and also driving in the paint like we saw her do a lot last year. We're going to look for her to do more of that this year, or this game at least. And then Weslyn Russell, we saw her active the first couple games on the offensive boards and defensive boards. She's going to have to be very active on the boards tonight, and also on the offensive board, being able to box out and not allow second chance points to St. Paul is going to be crucial in this one. The third one is Arista Sturgis. We haven't seen too much over this year, but we saw the ability last year in her junior year that she's able to knock down the three-point shot. If she can become consistent with that it'll make this Bulldog team a lot more dangerous. So if she can start knocking some perimeter shots down and the Bulldogs can get some more bench play, then they can be in good position to win this game. This St. Paul team, they also graduated a lot of players, and we'll have a completely looking new lineup as they only have one senior on their entire roster, and that's Jaden Finley. She'll be a starter in this one. But we're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups and keys to the game and tip-off shortly after. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
So welcome back to the Mercy pregame show. For one final time before we get set for tip-off, we're going to announce the starting lineups, starting off with the St. Paul Indians. Junior number 11, Georgia Harris. Junior number 12, Megan Doherty. Junior number 14, Kylie Darling. Sophomore number 24, Brittany Deegan. And senior number 31, Jaden Finley. And now for your Galena Bulldogs starting lineups. Leading off, junior number 2, Riley Boyce. Senior number 3, Arista Sturgis. Freshman number 10, Katie Thompson. Freshman number 15, Weslyn Russell. And freshman number 21, Riley Meyer. Very young starting lineup for the Bulldogs. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. As we get set for tip-off, it's time for our keys to the game. And for the Bulldogs, it starts with, we talked about it earlier on in the pregame show, being able to limit second chance points, a team that doesn't have too much size, but has had issues with second chance points, other teams getting on the offensive glass and being able to put those points up. Those have hurt them in the first two games. We'll see if they have corrected things over the weekend and into this game tonight, where they'll take on the 2-2 St. Paul Indians. And another one is attacking the paint, opening up driving lanes and passing lanes. Riley Boyce has been a really good driver this year, but she hasn't had much of a supporting cast. So if she can get into those lanes and find open shooters or people down low, then that'll be good for the Bulldogs as we're underway from Galena. Galena controls the opening tip. Riley Boyce quickly to the hoop, attacking the paint, and a layup for 2 points gets the Bulldogs on the board quickly. St. Paul takes it the other way quickly as St. Paul steps out of bounds. That is Brittany Deegan, the St. Paul sophomore that wasn't fully sure where she was at and steps out of bounds for the first turnover by St. Paul of the game. Riley Boyce will bring the ball up for Galena, the main ball handler for the Bulldogs. Dangerous pass to Riley Meyer, able to save it right near the half-court line. They get it inside, layup up off the glass, and it rolls up and in for Westlyn Russell, the freshman who's made a huge impact on this team since the beginning of this season. Bulldogs lead 4-0 earlier on in this one. Down low, St. Paul in trouble. Now they kick to the top of the key, and they'll slow things down. It's Megan Doherty with the ball. Ball almost poked away, but they're going to call Rista Sturgis for a reach-in foul, as we'll have our first foul of the game called. With 6:50 to play, Bulldogs lead 4-0. Like we said, this is also a very young St. Paul team. Only one senior. There's 3 juniors on the team, but and then they got 3 freshmen and a sophomore, so a smaller lineup, but not a lot of veteran players on this lineup, and that can cause issues as the season goes on. Galena in the same boat. So St. Paul with it at the top of the key, trying to get their offense going. Over to the left side of the arc. Georgia Harris with it. Now ball poked away, but able to maintain it, and we're going to have a double dribble called on Kylie Darling, the second St. Paul turnover of the game. So Galena's been very effective dishing into the paint earlier on in this game, Cole. We look to see if they can continue it. Riley Boyce tries there, couldn't draw the foul. Shot no good. Rebound by Jaden Finley the other way for the Indians, as that's going to be Georgia Harris handling the ball. Closely guarded by Russell. Now into their main ball handler's hand, Megan Doherty. And we're going to have a travel called, so their third turnover of the game. And early on in this game, Cole, I'm impressed with Galena. They made it hard for them to get their offense set. As soon as they get past half court, they're coming up and guarding them high up on the arc and not allowing much time, and they've had issues getting in the paint. That shot doesn't touch rim. Boyce gets it back. Shot up, no good. And a rebound the other way by Megan Doherty. Galena being aggressive in the paint, haven't attempted to, I guess I spoke too soon almost. Riley Boyce's three-pointer was the only three-pointer shot yet, but they've done a really good job attacking the paint, and that's what we look to continue, as that's going to be tipped away and saved by St. Paul. Three-point shot up off the right side of the rim. No good for Doherty, but an offensive rebound in the hands of Finley. And maybe a jump ball. Oh, no, a foul. Second personal foul on Arista Sturgis, and second team foul. So she'll check out of the game, as we'll have fresh set of subs. Morgan Strong checking in the game, and also Dakota Bennett checking in the game for Galena. First set of substitutions this game. So we're going to have a drive to the hoop, layup, layoff, a rebound by Meyer. She wants to push the pace the other way. Had numbers. Now she'll slow it down and give it to the point guard, Boyce. Hand off to Russell. Dribbling around the right side of the arc. Into the hands of Boyce. Open layup. Good. 6-0 Bulldog lead with 4:18 to play. We're going to have a timeout called by St. Paul, their first of the half. So we'll take it with them. 6-0 Bulldogs with 4:18 to play. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
So welcome back out to Galena, Kansas. Bulldogs out to a quick 6-0 lead. Now they look to put some pressure on St. Paul. No issue out of the timeout for St. Paul, as that layup no good, and it'll stay with St. Paul. They had an open look to, Jaden Finley down low, but unable to finish. Ball stay at this end of the floor.
Yeah, Galena got kind of lucky there. That was a really good look for St. Paul. Got wide open on that layup, just barely missed the shot.
Mm-hmm. And early on, Cole, these turnovers, now they're 4 turnover for St. Paul, starting to cost them. Galena capitalizing on them. Galena
overall on offense has been pretty consistent on getting the ball in the hoop. I mean, I know that's weird to say, but most of their drives they've put it up and it's made it. So they've been getting good looks on drives to the basket. Just I said that.
Myers shot way off. Pass down court, turnaround, spin shot, no good by Georgia Harris. Galena rebound the other way. So Riley Boyce will bring the ball up for Galena. Dribbling around the top of the key. Loses her dribble. Looks down low to Dakota Bennett. Has it poked away, but able to maintain possession of it. Boyce drive in, called for her first foul. Team foul number 4 of the quarter. Drive inside. Boyce shot blocked. 25 seconds. That's going to be Doherty taking it the other way. Pass down low. A good pass. Up high off the glass. No good. And Weston Russell there to rebound it. Galena can hold for the last shot with 13 seconds. 10 seconds as they cross half court. They look to get some offense set up. Crossover by Boyce. Jump stop. Looking to go up, and she's going to be fouled with 2.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. She'll go to the line and have a chance for 2. Second team foul on St. Paul. This foul goes against Megan Doherty. First free throw, no good for Riley Boyce. Second free throw up and good. Gives the Bulldogs an 8-2 lead. Riley Boyce has 5 of the Bulldogs' 8 points. So that ends the first quarter here as the Bulldogs lead at 8-2. Second quarter action coming up after this on your home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than Four States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. Four States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with Four States Smart Car. For seniors, Four States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. Four State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at fourstatespharmacy.com.
Welcome back into second quarter action now as we get set for things to start. St. Paul had a turnover-ridden first quarter, 7 turnovers in that quarter alone, gave the Bulldogs the ability to jump out to an 8-2 lead, and Riley Boyce with 5 of the 8 Bulldog points, and Wesleyan Russell with the other 3 as we get set to begin the second quarter. So that'll be Doherty starting off with the ball as they are going to turn it over here. It's going to be a travel called as they're trying to get their offense started. And Coach Augustin cannot be happy over on that St. Paul bench.
St. Paul here has had a lot of offensive turnovers just off of little mistakes, traveling, stepping out of bounds, just little things like that. It's not even many forced turnovers. It's
I think it was an offensive foul. I don't know if it was I think they call a moving screen or a push-off.
Yeah.
Call offensive push-off.
On Riley Boyce, yep.
So that'll be her first personal. Team foul number 1 of the quarter, and St. Paul called for another travel. So the struggles have continued here into the first minute of the second quarter. They'll give it right back to the Bulldogs. Riley Boyce brings the ball up for Galena, guarded closely by Georgia Harris, looking to get the ball. Wesleyan Russell with it at the top of the key. And remember, Arista Sturgis picked up 2 fouls early on in that first quarter, so she's been on the bench for a little bit as Wesleyan Russell finds her way inside and finishes at the rim to increase the Bulldog lead out to 8. Georgia Harris with it at the top of the key. Looking to get down low. Pass deflected, and Riley Boyce forces the turnover. Great job reading the eyes of Georgia Harris. Her shot blocked. Pass down low. Shot off the glass, up and in. Morgan Strong puts the layup up and in for her first points of the game, and the Bulldogs' largest lead of the game.
Galena so far on offense has found or done a really good job of getting open shots in the post and just getting the ball into the post and getting shots off. So big improvement from the first game.
Right, and I agree. They've been able to get to the rim and finish, which is a big part. All their points have come from at the rim or the free throw line, and if they're from the free throw line, then you're drawing fouls. Morgan Strong, layup the other end. Too strong, no good. And a rebound by Doherty as they look for the outlet down the court, and St. Paul is going to throw it away. Their 11th turnover of the game in 10 minutes of play. Galena's been able to capitalize on some of those turnovers, but score could be a lot uglier than it is right now for St. Paul. They're still hanging around. Galena don't want to let them hang around for much longer. Wesleyan Russell makes a move to the hoop. Layup too strong. Offensive rebound, no good. Shot up and no good for Katie Thompson. Now it's Doherty at the top of the key. Drive in, kick, shot by Finley, way off, and a rebound by Meyer. Finds the outlet to Russell. Looking to push the pace. Layup at the other end's good. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. Russell has 7 of the 14 for the Bulldogs as the second timeout of the half's called by Coach Augustin of St. Paul, and we'll take it with them. Bulldogs lead by 12, 5:21 to play. If you're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
So welcome back out here as St. Paul called their second time out of the half. Trying to get some kind of offense going. 3 jacked up out of the timeout. No good. Offensive rebound by Harris. Layup. Too strong. Finley's layup. No good. And they're going to call it a violation as it touched the top of the backboard and hit the suspended post hanging from the top of the gym ceiling. So Galena will get the ball back and a chance to extend their lead as the 5 on the court for the Bulldogs. Boys, Strong, Meyer, Bennett, and Thompson. As Katie Thompson able to put the basket up and in for the Bulldogs. Her first points of the game. Shot too strong. Rebound Bennett for the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs now have 4 different scorers in this game. And they're going to turn it over here, their second turnover of the game. Sub into the game for St. Paul is Kadra Mathis, the freshman, checks in for St. Paul, looking for any kind of boost off the bench right now. As it's starting to become a taller mountain to climb for St. Paul. Jump ball. It's going to go to the Bulldogs. It's a good job by Riley Boyce being aggressive. Doherty put the ball right in front of her face, and Riley Boyce tried to rip it away. Drew a jump ball and gives Galena possession. Halfway through the second quarter of play, as we approach. Oh. Going to have another offensive foul, a push off with Riley Boyce. She tried to push off and draw some space. That'll be her second personal foul. So that's something to keep your eye on. One of the key players on this Lady Bulldogs team now picked up her second foul and team foul number 2 of the quarter for Galena. Mathis thought about it. Now dribbles and passes out to Doherty. Back to Mathis, top of the key, guarded closely by Boyce. Now Finley's going to be tripped up and a blocking foul going to be called. I believe they're going to get Dakota Bennett. That'll be her second personal foul. Third team foul of the quarter. So St. Paul will inbound from the baseline. That's Ava Dent. Cross-court pass over to Doherty. Open look from the left wing. Just missed. Rebound Boyce. And bring it down the court. Step back. Kick out to the top of the key. Myers drive, and they're going to get Galena for a travel. A lot of travels called so far in this game. I think that's the Bulldogs first, but St. Paul, they've been called for quite a bit too. So 16-2 the score with 3:20 to play until halftime. Make sure and stick around for the Leah Smith halftime show here as we'll recap the first half and then break down some things to look for in the second half coming up at the conclusion of this first half. Layup inside, no good, and a fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay at this end with St. Paul. So St. Paul's been able to, times they haven't turned the ball over. They've been able to get in the lane sometimes. They just haven't been able to finish their shots as Doherty's shot goes off for a long rebound to Morgan Strong. Pass to Russell. Her layup inside, no good. And a rebound by Finley. Doherty now takes it the right side of the key. Back to the top. Galena in jump shot free throw line, no good, and a rebound. And the shot will be blocked and taken away. And it's going to be a charge called on Riley Boyce. So that's a big call there, as Riley Boyce is one of the main free throw shooters on this team, or one of the best players on this team for Galena.
Sure.
And she just picked up her third foul. She'll go over the bench and take a seat. It's a 14 foul, so next team foul. Yep, there's travel there. Next team foul, St. Paul will be shooting free throws. As changed the rules this year. Five fouls in a quarter, double bonus. So for 4 quarters, you get in the double bonus. This pass is poked away and stolen at the other end. Layup off the glass, no good. Meyer with the ball and finds Russell for the outlet pass. Looking to get it down low. Thompson, open lane, shot up and off the glass. Good. Thompson's second basket of the game. She's up to 4 points, and the Bulldogs are up to an 18-2 lead with under 2 minutes until halftime. Pass down low and through the hands of the St. Paul player. That's Kendra Mathis. Pass was just a little bit too high for her to corral. And a 13th turnover by St. Paul. So they continue to compile. Now a Bulldogs turnover as Strong has it stolen away and makes a play on the ball. Got the ball, but refs are going to say they got a little bit. She got too much of Mathis's arm, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. First free throw up, no good for Mathis. 2 St. Paul points have come from the free throw line in this game. They haven't been able to convert a free throw yet. Mathis second on the way off the left side of the rim, and smart play by Thompson. Just let it go out of bounds. Galena will get the ball with 1:22 to play here in the second quarter. Morgan Strong will handle the point as Riley Boyce on the bench with 3 fouls for Galena. Next foul committed, well, I guess Galena has 5 team fouls, so if there's another foul committed, it'll be 2 free throws for St. Paul as a double dribble called on, it looks like it's going to be called on Russell. So we're under a minute to play. Doherty bringing the ball up. I don't think she's gotten a rest. St. Paul doesn't have much depth on the bench. Mathis floating shot good. First St. Paul field goal of the game as they now trail by 14. Pass by Strong to Russell. Now Bennett looking to drive down low. Thompson travels. So some turnovers by the Bulldogs in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. Haven't heard them too much yet, but they start to add up quickly. St. Paul can tell you a little bit about it. And that's going to be a travel. Yep. So Galena, 23 seconds left. You'd think they try and hold for the last shot here. If they don't make it, take your 14-point lead in the locker room, Cole.
Yeah, definitely, Cooper. Galena has a huge lead here. Definitely way different than the Caney Valley game we watched and the little bit of Girard we watched online because we didn't stream that game. But they've looked like a whole different team, and I think just height-wise and everything, they're pretty evenly stacked. So
yeah, how about that? Strong on a 3-point shot gets fouled. So she'll get a chance at 3 free points from the line from the charity stripe. First one, no good, off the back of the rim. Still got 2 more. 8.2 seconds remain in this one. That one's good. Strong. Strong. 2 out of 3 that time. She's got 4 points in the game, and the Bulldogs tied for their largest lead of the game, 16 points. Clock running down. Doherty will chuck it up. No good, and that'll send us to the break. The score, the Bulldogs 20, St. Paul 4. We'll step away for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have the Leah Smith halftime show. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms in spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
So welcome in to the halftime break. Wanted to let you know the halftime show is brought to you by Leah Smith Farmers Insurance, 4-state agency serving Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Leah and her team have the products, services, and experience you're looking for. Give them a call today and see why they're more than just insurance. As your Bulldogs lead 20-4 at half. Cole, what did you see there in the first half? Offensive outbreak, able to, in the last 2 games, 25 and 30 points. That first half, they were able to put up 20 points, so a lot bigger of an improvement.
Yeah, they had a lot of inside the paint and on the post scoring. I mean, they got good at driving in and finding open, either driving in and getting the layup or driving in and finding somebody open. I saw Riley Boyd, she was either taking the ball or there was a few plays I saw where she drove in, realized she may not have had a shot and found a better option, just kind of dumped it off to a wide open player. They're just really bringing the intensity I think that they need to win this game. And I mean, they have a very significant lead. So far that first half, I just noticed a lot of improvement from the Candy Valley game. And, we didn't get to see the Girard, but they lost. And, I would assume that this has been an improvement. Now, the St. Paul team is not to the caliber as the Girard game or Girard team, but at the same time, height-wise, they're pretty evenly matched. And this is also a good experience, I hope, overall, just to, get better as a team and get a win under their belt.
Yeah, really good first half by the Lady Bulldogs. I agree, Cole. Being able to get back on track, give them a little confidence. I mean, after losing to Girard, that's a tough loss. So you can lose some confidence there and you can lose some hope, but no reason for the Bulldogs. They lead by 16 at the half. Your leading scorer, Wesleyan Russell, with 7 points. Riley Boyce had 5. Katie Thompson had 4, and then Morgan Strong had 4. So 4 different scorers for the Bulldogs, pretty closely matched. So a pretty good first half. They turned the ball over 7 times. St. Paul turned the ball over an outrageous 14 times. That's even high for a whole game. So that's something that really helped the Bulldogs there in the first half. But we'll continue to break it down when we come back. We got to go ahead and take our second halftime break. When we return, we'll continue to break down the first half and some things to look for in the second half. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/Drug Facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Hello, 4 States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
So welcome back to the halftime show one final time as we're almost set for second half play. I want to talk a little bit more about the first half. The one downside for the Bulldogs was really Riley Boyce picking up 3 fouls in that first half. If she comes out and gets a quick foul here in the third quarter, then that could start to become troublesome because you saw the Bulldogs offense slow down a little bit when she wasn't on the floor. Morgan Strong was the main ball handler when Riley Boyce was out of the game, but for most games for the Bulldogs, Riley Boyce plays the entire game because that's how valuable of a point guard she is to this team, a very young team. She's one of the leaders out there, and they're going to need her to be out there. The Bulldogs have a big lead, 16-point lead, but you never know. You can't trust a 16-point lead at half. You still have to come out and play the second half and just come out with the same intensity you did in the first half since tip-off. Ever since Galena won that tip-off, Riley Boyce got the layup in the first 8 minutes. It's been all Galena. They set the tempo right there, how the game was going to go, and they continued to execute. So Galena will start with the ball. Riley Boyce out there to start the third quarter. You best believe Coach Shockey told her she better be careful not picking up her fourth foul as she misses that shot, and St. Paul will take it the other way. That's Doherty with the ball now. Slow things down. Doherty trying to get in the lane. Dish down low. Poked away. Top of the keys, Doherty. Crossover in the paint. Look down low to Finley as she loses it. On the ground. Loose ball. And a jump ball will stay at this end.
Something to definitely watch out for on the Galena defense is they're playing a 1-3-1, and one of the guys or one of the girls in the three. Okay, I'll wait to say it till later.
All right, so
I don't want to interrupt you.
Harris driving the lane, poked away, but saved by her teammate Deegan. St. Paul, their offense hasn't been able to get going. Galena's had active hands on defense. They've made it hard right there again. Active hands. Poked it free now. St. Paul's going to have to inbound. And they'll inbound from the baseline. That'll be Darling to inbound. Get it to the corner to Doherty. Gone through the first minute. No score in the second half yet. Finley with it in the corner. She'll be double teamed and dribbles it out of bounds. So Galena looks to put their first points on the board in the second half. They'll start the second half with the same starting lineup as tip-off. Down low to Thompson. Nice move, and she traveled. First turnover of the half for Galena. They had 7 of them in the first half.
As I was saying earlier, Cooper, when somebody drives in, it's kind of sucking in one of the outside Galena players and leaving somebody open at the perimeter. So far, St. Paul hasn't really took advantage of it, but it's something to look out for, and maybe Galena needs to notice that. And I mean, I'm sure after somebody takes advantage, they'll notice, but just something to look out for.
Yeah, Galena, they haven't been able to make a three yet. Neither has St. Paul. Three ball has not been effective. Galena's focused a lot on driving into the paint and scoring, and that's where all their points have come from, is there in the free throw line. So the three-point threat hasn't seemed to be too much of a threat for St. Paul, and you're right. Maybe Galena offense catches on to when they drive. It opens up a shooting lane for their three-point shooters. Jump ball, possession arrow points the way of the Bulldogs. Slow start to the second half for both teams. For Galena, just trying to melt some clock away and continue to put up points. But for St. Paul, they're going to have to start putting points up quickly. This pass is poked free of Russell's hands and out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia Harris. Stay with the Bulldogs. Sturgis also into the game. She has 2 fouls. That three's no good. Now a fast break. Shot off the bottom of the rim. No good. And now the Bulldogs will push it the other way. Over to the left side of the arc, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Meyer, down low. Russell kicks it off her foot out of bounds. So, some fast break opportunities there. Doherty had a full head of steam, but couldn't finish the layup. Pass down low into Harris. Nice feed to Finley, and she'll be fouled. Some good-looking passing by St. Paul. Sends their lone senior, Jaden Finley, to the line.
Sturgis now in foul trouble with 3 fouls.
Yeah.
Almost makes you think, I mean, usually that's a smart or, an okay foul because she prevented a score, but
one of those easy layups. But so now Sturgis and Boyce have 3 fouls. Finley able to get the second of the 2. Cuts Bulldogs lead to 15 as they make their first substitutions. Morgan Strong and Dakota Bennett check in the game. Boyce gets the edge on Doherty and gets fouled on the shot. Go the line for a chance at 2. This foul is going to go against Georgia Harris, her second. Team foul number 1 on St. Paul. Boyce free throw is good. She's able to get the pair. And St. Paul trying to get their offense going. Bulldogs defense forced a turnover, but quickly gave it back on a travel. Call Morgan Strong, I believe it was. Yeah, so Galena in more of a 1-3-1 defensive sets caused a lot of issues for St. Paul, like you said, Cole. And this time, another issue. Strong able to save it. Feed down low. Beautiful feed to Russell. Oh. So they're going to call her for a travel. I thought they were going to call it and one there, but point does not count. She'll get called for a travel. And Bulldogs will stick to a 17-point lead. St. Paul's trying to spread the Bulldogs out. They get it down low. The shot up off the glass and good. That's Brittany Deegan with the basket for St. Paul. So they're trying to crawl their way back into this one. It's going to be an uphill climb for them, but these Bulldogs trying to hold them off. Top of the key, Strong drives, has it poked away, goes off her. Nope. That's why they're down here and I'm up here. It looked like it went off her foot from up here, but they're down there and it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Russell's shot's no good. Coach Shockey is not happy there wasn't a foul called there, but things will play on in a steal. Riley Boyce, great anticipation to steal that away. Fast break. And Harris catches up to her with her speed and pokes it free. It'll be Galena ball still. Feed down low. Russell shot off the glass. Good. And the foul. Chance at a 3-point play. They've tried to do that the last couple of possessions. This time it works. She almost had an and one before called for the travel, but this time gets the foul call and the free throw. So she's up to 10 points on the night for Galena.
Galena not letting up here, even though they're up. They're still full court pressing and keeping on the intensity and the pressure.
Right. And a lot of this game, Galena's zone has been disruptive to getting St. Paul's offense set up, and once again there, it's disruptive for the 5th St. Paul turnover shot. Riley Boys too strong off the glass, and jump ball called. Possession arrow says St. Paul ball.
Possession arrow St. Paul.
And how about the defense Galena's been playing, Cole? They forced almost 19 turnovers in this game, still with some time to play. There's number 20. Layup, no good. Smart play by Russell. She wanted to reach around and try and get that ball, and now she gets it. Fast break, layup, good, and the foul. So Russell's had a really productive game for these Lady Bulldogs. Her 12th point, and she's only a freshman, so I know the caliber of the St. Paul team isn't good, but a freshman performing like this at the varsity level is exactly what you want to see. And the Bulldogs have multiple good freshmen.
Yeah, this Lady Bulldog team is really young, a lot of really young talent, and that's perfect for developing. I mean, yeah, is Riley Boyce. Yeah, she's a junior, so she'll be here next year to be a leader for the team, and just as you were saying.
So 28-7, Bulldogs 21-point lead, largest of the game. Time starting to fade quickly for St. Paul. Tish down low, blocked shot. Oh, stolen away. Harris shot too strong, and this time Thompson able to corral it, and Galena will take it the other way strong. Dish down low, and there's going to be a foul committed on St. Paul. It's going to be a push on Jaden Finley, her 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 4 for St. Paul. So one more, and Galena will be going to the line, shoot a double bonus free throw pair. Strong jump shot, free throw lane, no good. Rebound St. Paul. 2:05 to play for 3rd quarter action. Left side of the arc, thought about it, no. Georgia Harris. Cross court pass to Doherty, open look from the corner, no good. Rebound Meyer. And now Meyer finds Boyce for the outlet. She's being hounded by St. Paul defenders. Strong 3, might have got tipped. But that's Russell there for the rebound. Boyce shot. Acrobatic shot. Now, in the closing minute of this quarter, St. Paul has it. And the drive by Georgia Harris gets right inside the lane. Layup absorbs contact off the glass. Good. 28-9. Lady Bulldogs lead it. Under a minute to play now. Riley Boyce dribble into the corner, loses her dribble, finds Russell. Strong shot, top of the key, no good. And Kadra Mathis to track it down for the Indians. Mathis double pumps and can't get it to go. Galena can hold for the last shot, even though it isn't a shot clock technically. But Russell has it down low. Her layup, no good, and a rebound by Doherty. Under 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Drive into the lane, shot, no good as the 3rd quarter buzzer sounds. Galena leads at 28-9, your score. We head to the final quarter of play in this one. You were watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
So welcome back. Fourth quarter of play set to begin here. Bulldogs have been all on top of St. Paul since the tip-off, where they scored their first points in the first 5 seconds, and it's been all Bulldogs from there. They led by 16 at half. They lead by 19 now, and they're looking to close in on their first win of the season. 8 minutes remaining. Galena will start with it. Riley Boyce gets around the screen. Pull-up shot. Good. Riley Boyce gets her first field goal of the second half. Brings her up to 9 points on the night. Quick pass inside the lane. Doherty's shot. No good. Rebound. Boyce takes it the other way, being chased by some defenders. Gets it to Russell inside. Layup. Soft touch off the glass. It's good. Doherty's pass over to the left side of the arc. Now Georgia Harris has it. Kick down low. Sturgis comes up with the loose ball. Riley Boyce going to slow things down for the Bulldogs. Russell with it. It's been a big factor in tonight's game. She drives to the hoop, loses it, picks it back up, and a timeout called. Coach Shockey wants a timeout. Talk it over with his group. We'll take it with him. 6:50 to play. Bulldogs lead at 32-9 in this one. We'll return in 30 seconds on your home of Galena High School Athletics. Galena Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry about getting back here a little bit late. Galena on the inbound from the baseline. They turn it over. I think it went off the foot of somebody on the Bulldogs. That gives them their 12th turnover of the game, and gonna have a foul called here. Wait and see. It's going to be on Arista Sturgis, her 4th personal. Team foul number 1 of the quarter. So things starting to wind down in this one. It's been a good effort by these Bulldogs to this point. Georgia Harris loses the handle on it for a second. Now she's going to throw it away into the cheerleading section back there by the baseline. Quarter of the way gone in the 4th quarter. Riley Boyce has it. She had foul trouble in the first half. Hasn't had those same issues this half, but jump stop, layup inside, and the foul. It's good. chance at a three-point play. Bulldogs have had a couple of those tonight. Russell has two. Now Boyce has a chance at three-point play. Jaden Finley checks in for St. Paul. That'll be Kadra Mathis leaving the game. Boyce free throw rolls around, can't get it to go. Foul's going to be committed about 80 feet from the basket. Maybe about 100. It's going to be called on Katie Thompson, her first personal, team foul number 2 of the quarter. Some active hands by the Bulldogs defense forced another turnover. Strong open three. And no good. Goes over the backboard violation. We're going to have a substitute for St. Paul. Kylie Darling checks in the game. And that's going to be Ava Dent leaving the game. Dent, one of the 4 freshmen on this St. Paul lineup. And have a good one here after this where the St. Paul varsity boys take on the Galena varsity boys. 2 teams met last year also, and Galena beat them by a good margin. Make sure and stick around for that one to support your Bulldogs. Or we'll start pregame quickly after the postgame show for this girls game. Russell draws a foul and gets to the line, but the Galena boys team last night, they were in action against Southwest Washburn, Missouri, taking a loss by 18 points. So they're looking to get back on track tonight, do the same thing as these Lady Bulldogs are doing. Finley was called for a 4th personal on that last play where she fouled Russell. Russell gets one of the 2. Russell now up to 16 points in the game. That shot was good by Jaden Finley. Boyce able to get the ball and control it. Have a travel called. Turnover starting to stack up on this sheet. Bulldogs with 12 in the game, but St. Paul with 23. So that's a large number of turnovers to have. We're halfway through the first quarter. Galena just trying to close this one out and run some clock. Finley's layup good.
Yeah,
Galena, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Galena turnovers is definitely something not to scoff at or look over just because the score. I mean, that's a lot of turnovers for this Galena Bulldogs team. Even though they're winning by a significant margin, those turnovers are definitely something they need to work on in practice and figure out what they did wrong and what they can go into next game.
Yeah, and another nice finish by Russell is she's loading the scores table up with some points now, up to 18. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, 12 turnovers isn't nowhere near 23, but it's still a good amount. Ball stay at this end with St. Paul. Just wanted to remind you guys, stay up to date on all our broadcasts at VarsitySportsLive.com. Full broadcast lineup, stories, and more at VarsitySportsLive.com. Up to 10 broadcasts per night live, local sports in Southeast Kansas with Varsity Sports Live. We'll be back in action next Tuesday to take on Baxter Springs here on Galena Sports Live. Boys, she gets it poked away there. St. Paul is going to miss that layup. Second chance shot is no good by Doherty, but she gets fouled. Foul goes on Riley Meyer. First personal, team foul number 3. Under 3 minutes to play in this one. Front end of the pair is no good. It's 1-2 that trip to the line. Still a big deficit for Doherty and the St. Paul crew. Riley Meyer dribbling at the top of the key, finding Riley Boys. Meyer's going to have it almost jump ball, but able to kick it back to the arc where she finds Riley Boyce. She'll dribble around. This pass will be tipped away out of bounds. Last touched by Georgia Harris for St. Paul. Inbound batted away by Darling. This inbound stolen away. Looking to get it down low to Finley. Wins the foot race. Drive in the paint. Georgia Harris shot blocked or stripped away. This shot's no good. Rebound by Darling. 3 from the left wing, no good. They'll stay with St. Paul with under 2 minutes to play. We're going to have a timeout on the floor with St. Paul. Coach Augustine wants to talk it over, so we'll take it with him. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms in spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
So 152 remains in this matchup. Stick around as at the conclusion of this one, about 15, 20 minutes after this one, the varsity boys for their respected schools will take each other on. So it's 7:09 now. I'd guess around a 7:30, 7:35 tip-off for that game. Inbound to Doherty. Kick down low to Harris, and she's going to travel. So in this one, Galena is going to move to 1-2 on the season, and they're going to look to improve upon that next Tuesday, I believe. I'll check the lineup here, the schedule, I should say. Yep. So they get a full week's rest, where they'll get to prepare for Baxter Springs when they come into Galena and take them on for their first of 2 matchups on the season. And just trying to run some time away in this one. Boyce dribbles to the corner. Meyer drive into the lane, and she's going to be fouled. Got a pair of free throws coming up. First one's good. Cindy Meyer's first point of the game. Two for two that time. The fifth different Bulldog to score in this one. Spinning move and nice finger roll, but it won't be counted. Galena check some new players in as this one's over. So coming onto the court will be Wesleyan Russell, Michaela Matthews. We'll also have Rihanna Lopez, Kendall Hunt, and Morgan Strong, the five on the court for your Lady Bulldogs. Russell drive to the hoop, no good. Under a minute to play in this one. Cross court pass, St. Paul down low, feed. Layup no good, and shot rolls in for Doherty. Strong spinning, trying to keep St. Paul defense away, and now she'll turn it over. Final possession, most likely, for St. Paul is shot off the glass and good. 39-20 Bulldogs. They can dribble this one out, and they'll win it. Their first of the season. Score 39-20. Your Bulldogs come out victorious. We'll recap it coming up after this quick break. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas?
And your right to... We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Oh, try and get that fixed, but
Yeah, I got it. You can go ahead and start, Cougar. I'll fix this.
so welcome into the post-game show here. Your Lady Bulldogs come out victorious 39-20, led in scoring. Weston Russell, 18 points. Riley Boyce ends the night with 11 points. Morgan Strong, 4 points. Katie Thompson, 4 points. And
You have audio.
Riley Meyer had 2 points on the night. And Galena gets their first win of this young season against St. Paul. And St. Paul, 27 turnovers, really the key of this one. Galena had 14 of their own, but Galena was able to capitalize off of those turnovers. And in the first half, they were disruptive, only allowing 4 first-half points. And that was the story of it. They led 20-4 at half, and they was all Galena out of the locker room. Allowed some late points, but that didn't really make too much of a difference in this one as they get the 19-point victory. Cole, what stood out to you in that game?
Honestly, I think Galena just played really well. Their defense was kind of the kryptonite, the 1-3-1. St. Paul didn't really have a lot of three-point shooters, so they just guarded the inside the perimeter really well. The paint, they just sucked in and just double-teamed anybody who drove in. But even when they were on the outside, they were doing a really good job forcing turnovers or trapping players, whether dribbling to cause travels and things like that, and just forcing. 27 turnovers. You force. That has to be on Galena as well as mistakes on St. Paul, but. Really, St. Paul couldn't really do a lot against Galena defense. I think coming into the next game, something that the Galena girls need to work on here is, finding a way to guard that perimeter as well. St. Paul didn't have any three-point shooters, so they weren't really, focused on that. But I know that first game against Caney Valley, they had some girls who could shoot from three, and that was a big problem going in. When we come back, we're going to go to break because we have some issues with the thing. We're going to restart our stream and come back, and we'll finish out this post game. Coming up shortly.
All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
So welcome into the pregame show here as we get set for this matchup. A little over 8 minutes away. Wanted to let you know the pregame show is brought to you by Mercy Specialty Hospital and Orthopedics in Galena, an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs right here in Southeast Kansas. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, learn more at mercy.net or call 620-783-1732. So we get set. Galena playing a back-to-back game. They're playing the second night of a doubleheader, basically. They lost last night to Southwest Washburn, Missouri, 37-55. A big loss, and they try and rebound tonight against a St. Paul team that doesn't return a lot of starters. They returned one starter, Zach Kirkpatrick. He was a all-league player last year in the Three Rivers League for this team, and he's going to be a dominating force. He's got some height, and he's going to cause some issues inside for Galena, so that's something to watch out for. But St. Paul has had a rough start, 0-3 to start this year. Last game out, lost to Oswego 55-50. So it'll be an interesting game tonight because Galena is trying to get back on track too, being 1-2, taking a tough loss to Girard that they played good in the first half. In the second half, just started to get away for them. What do you got for this one, Cole? What intrigues you about this matchup?
Coming to this game, we weren't here for the Girard game. It was an unfortunate loss, and actually we weren't here for the last two games, but Galena's been on a set of losses after their win to Canny Valley. This is definitely a big game for them to get another win under the belt, send them back to 500, 2-2. They need this win under their belt. I'm excited to see how they play overall as a team. When we were watching the Girard stream, it seemed that Zane Turner kind of played a bigger factor than he did in the Canny Valley. Came out with a little more poise, a little more confidence. He was doing a good job on getting turnovers and getting the ball, getting in the paint, causing fouls and things like that. Jack Perry, of course, did good. And the Canny Valley game, Jack Perry was a standout player, and coming in, I hope to see him play that leadership role that he was in that first game, and kind of just, I hope he does the whole season because he's got a whole nother year under his belt. So again, this is a very young team. We only have 3 starters that are seniors, but Jack Perry, the leader of the team, is only a junior, and he's only going to get better. So I'm excited to see how they come out here. There is a little bit of a mismatch coming in. Canny Valley has one player who's pretty tall, and not Canny Valley, my mistake. St. Paul has a player who's pretty tall, number 34. He's a returning starter, and he was a all-league player, right, Cooper?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and so coming into this, they're going to have to find a way to stop him, maybe get Quentin Cox to get in there, try to get rebounds, and try to somehow get rebounds over him. And this will be a good learning experience to how to play against a taller player, because Galena kind of struggles that this year, is not having that height on their side. So that's just something to look out for going into this game.
Yeah, one thing you didn't mention is Zane Turner actually started in that Girard game instead of coming off the bench. You know, Matt Meyer likes to switch things up. Last year, he really had 6 guys that could be a starter for really any 3A school in Kansas. And this year, there's less talent on the team. We can say that. But whoever's playing the best, that's who you want to put in. Sometimes players will go on a hot streak, and that's who you want to play. You can't play excellent every game of the season, and it's just how basketball goes. It's a streaky game. And last year in this matchup, 71-29, Galena was all over St. Paul. It was actually their opening game last year where they traveled to St. Paul and really dominated them. So we'll go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll have key players, keys to the game, and then starting lineups following opening tip-off shortly after that. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than Four States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena, locally owned and rooted in our community. Four States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with Four States Smart Car. For seniors, Four States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. Four State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at fourstatespharmacy.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back to the Mercy pregame show here as we get set to close things out. We're going to get to some key players, starting off Jack Perry, the leading scorer on this team, the lone starter returning. He's going to make a big factor in this game. Oh, looks like we're going to do the national anthem again, so we're going to go ahead and set this stuff down. So beautiful job by the GHS choir there, performing the national anthem for us as we're just about set for tip-off. So we're going to go ahead and get to the starting lineup, starting off with St. Paul, coached by first-year head coach Trey Johnson. They'll line up freshman number 4, Jackson Beechner, freshman number 11, Breck Norris, senior number 12, Riley Vitt, sophomore number 15, William Devereaux, and senior number 34, Zach Kirkpatrick. And for your Galena Bulldogs, coached by Matt Meyer, they'll line up senior number 1, Brant Strupp, senior number 2, Bryson Strupp, junior number 3, Jack Perry, junior number 10, Lincoln Kimberling, and senior number 23, Zane Turner. So a lot of youth in that starting lineup for St. Paul. We'll see if it's a factor tonight. But some keys to the game to look out for Galena is winning the offensive battle. St. Paul is going to have a forced Zach Kirkpatrick in the paint that's going to cause a lot of havoc down there. So it's going to be crucial for everybody to box out. Quentin Cox is not starting tonight for Galena, so they have him coming off a role on the bench. So we'll see how this fares early for the Bulldogs. Jack Perry is going to be the tallest player on the floor for Galena. He's going to have to match up with Zach Kirkpatrick most likely. Galena usually plays more of a zone, a 2-3 zone. So, but Perry will be down low, and he'll be the main height factor that has to deal with Kirkpatrick. Don't want to get him in foul trouble. As St. Paul wins the tip, and we're away. And our second matchup of the night from Galena. St. Paul starts with it. Galena comes out in the 2-3 zone. Shot jacked up from the left side of the arc. No good. Kimberling rebound. Pushes it the other way quickly. Bryson Strupp finds Jack Perry. Nice crossover. Euro step in the lane. Floater. No good. Rebound by St. Paul. That's Jackson Beechner, the freshman for St. Paul. They got 2 freshmen in their starting lineup, getting some varsity minutes already. Quickly down low to Kirkpatrick. Bryson Strupp came down for the double team and poked it away. Now they look to get it down low again. Kirkpatrick, left hand turnaround, no good. Rebound, Galena. Zane Turner handles the ball for Galena, coming off the bench in the first game, but Coach Meyer liked what he saw in that first game, and Turner's been a starter ever since. Saw it out on the gridiron. He's got some competitive atmosphere. He's quick, and his endurance. So we're going to see a lot of Zane Turner tonight. He's aggressive at the basket. Perry finds it in the lane as St. Paul shuts it down. Kimberling 3 off far side of the rim. No good. Rebound St. Paul. Minute and a half into this one. No score yet. St. Paul looking to put some points on the scoreboard. Get it down to Kirkpatrick. Shot left short. And Galena take it the other way. The main difference with Jack Perry is last year he was called on as more of a shooter, is which he does. That time he turns it over. And he was lined up more out on the arc, but Galena doesn't have that height, so he lines up down low on the blocks more times than not. Wide open three-pointer. Perry can't get it to go. Kirkpatrick rebounds it. And St. Paul takes it the other way. Slow start to this one. Some good shot opportunities. So we've seen what St. Paul is trying to do with the ball. They've been trying to get it down low to their big man, Kirkpatrick. Galena slowed them down to this point. 2.5 minutes in, and St. Paul throw that one away for their first turnover of the game. We're going to have our first sub of the game. Thatcher Botkin checks in the game for Bryson Strupp. Timeout. St. Paul on the floor. We'll take it with him. 2.5 minutes gone. No score in this one. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
We're live.
Thank you, Cole. So we get back to live action. Thatcher Botkin now in the game for Bryson Strupp. Botkin at the top of the key. Down low, look to Kimberling. His shot's going to be blocked and a foul. Kirkpatrick was there, but got too much of that arm, and a foul's going to be called. So Kimberling goes to the line, chance to get the Bulldogs on the board. Kimberling's first free throw, no good. Quentin Cox at the scorer's table. Looks like he's set to check in for Lincoln Kimberling. Kimberling gets the second of the 2 to go and gives Galena their first points of the game. And Kimberling will take a seat. Cox in the game. Galena putting the full court press on. They get it inbounded. Beechner with it. Now he finds Kirkpatrick. They get it across half court in time. Pass nearly stolen, but able to be maintained by Vitt. To get it down low, Kirkpatrick cross-court pass out to Vitt. Pass poked away, nearly stolen. St. Paul sent it up in their hands the last couple times. Straightaway shot up, no good for Beechner, and a rebound as Brant Strupp goes up high to get that rebound. Nice feed by Turner. Pass it off to Cox, and Turner finds himself an easy layup and the first field goal of the game for Galena. Three-0 your score, almost halfway through this quarter. Some good defense being displayed by Galena, causing issues for St. Paul getting into their half-court set. Now they break the press. Open three, that's Beechner. Shot way off and goes out of bounds to Galena.
Galena is playing really aggressive here, and that full court press is definitely causing St. Paul some trouble. They've trapped players 2 times, and they've had to just kind of chuck it down the court to get it over the half-court line.
Turning up the intensity on the defensive end. We'll see if they can do the same on offense. Turner, corner three, no good. That's Beechner that comes away with the rebound. Galena keeps some people past half court. Strupp nearly stole it. Now they find Kirkpatrick as he goes into the lane. Straight at Cox and finishes. Kirkpatrick gets the St. Paul Indians their first point of the game. Back up top to Jack Perry. Deep three, Jack Perry, bang! As Perry finds his first basket of the game from the three-point arc, gives Galena the 4-point lead. Pass stolen, Jack Perry. Nice dish off to Zane Turner. Easy layup up and in. Great court vision. And Coach Johnson wants a timeout for St. Paul. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. Bulldogs lead at 8-2, 2:46. In the first, you're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
So welcome back out here. 2:46 to play. Galena's gotten a quick spark on offense by Jack Perry and Zane Turner. St. Paul has possession. Inbound and a quick trap in the corner, nearly stolen by Kimberling, and now St. Paul has numbers. Running floater off the glass, no good. Chase after it. St. Paul wins. Corner three by Bitts, no good. And Perry comes away with the rebound. Kick it to Botkin on the wing. Now Perry straightaway three, no good. And Kirkpatrick gets the rebound. Vitt with it, guarded closely by Bryson Strupp. Stroop. Gotcha. Ball goes back to Galena in the last 2 minutes to play in this quarter. Kimberling with it. And it's going to be an illegal screen set on Galena. I believe that was Bryson Stroop. Stroop's first personal, or I should say Bryson Stroop's first personal, and team foul number 1. It's no problem breaking the press for St. Paul that time. Kick to the corner, open look is no good by Beechner, and a rebound by Jack Perry. Good court vision. Caught it like a football pass. Couldn't finish it, though. And we're going to have we got a foul?
Mm-hmm.
Going to call foul. It's going to go on Lincoln Kimberling. So his first personal is Zane Turner will check into the game for Jack Perry, and Brant Stroop will check in for Bryson Stroop. Inbound goes to the corner. Now they find Vitt. Try and bring it across half court. Pass stolen away by Botkin. Showcasing that speed. And forces a turnover. Corner 3, Turner. Passes it up. Drive. Jump stop. Shot no good. Last minute to play in the first quarter. 8-2. Bulldogs leading. Try and finish quarter strong. Down low, Kirkpatrick, as he's going to be fouled. And the bucket. Chance at a 3-point play. Cox got his hand in there and got too much contact with Kirkpatrick.
One thing for sure is Quentin Cox needs to stay out of foul trouble. Him being our height of the team, he's got to stay on Fitzpatrick here. So in the last few games, he's gotten into foul trouble pretty quick.
Kirkpatrick can't make the second of the pair, or the 3-point play, I should say. Got the Bulldog lead down to 4. Botkin, nice jump stop. Brant Stroop, shot no good. And it's going to be over the back on Lincoln Kimberling. Not a smart play there. His second personal and team foul number 4. Deontay Paul is going to come off the bench. Check in for Lincoln Kimberling. Get the ball inbounded. Down to Kirkpatrick looking to drive. Good defense, even better shot by Kirkpatrick. Cuts the Bulldog lead down to 2. Kirkpatrick got all 6 points for St. Paul. Zane Turner, left side of the arc, 3, rolls around, can't get to go, and that'll end the quarter. Low scoring first quarter, 8-6, Bulldogs lead it. We'll return after this. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
Question: what will you...
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. St. Paul closes the quarter strong. It's going to be a dogfight all night in this one.
Galena so far in that first quarter, they have already 7 missed shots, and it's not that they're not open shots. They're creating open shots. They just need to start capitalizing on the opportunities that they're creating and knock down these shots.
Yeah. Done a good job getting into the lane and being able to find the open person. They've done a good job getting the offense going. Zane Turner's had a couple wide open layups, and that's how you know you're creating good offense, what you got to continue to do. Zane Adams now into the game for Galena. Dish over to Perry. Pull up from the short corner is good. Perry up to 5 in this game. Losing his dribble is Beechner. Kick down low. Now back to the top of the key. Just wide open. Nobody wanted to guard him. Was Greg Norris, one of the 2 freshmen that starts for this St. Paul team. Botkin has it. Top of the key. Adams with it. Finds Turner. Perry. 3 is no good. And Kirkpatrick rips the rebound down. Continuing to pass around the arc. St. Paul hasn't been able to generate much offense outside of Kirkpatrick. Try and get it down low, and it's going to be stolen. 3rd turnover of the game by St. Paul. Find Perry. He looks to drive. Botkin open 3 on the way. Good. Got a friendly roll. The shooter's touch gives Galena a 7-point lead in their largest of the game. Second 3-pointer for Galena. 1 by Botkin, 1 by Perry. Got off to a good start this quarter and a turnover by St. Paul. And that's some of the youth. Breck Norris threw it a little bit too high for his teammate, and it goes out of bounds.
With the aggressive way Galena's been playing defense, it's smart for them to take it slow on offense and, catch their breath, because it's hard to keep that up all game.
Yeah, and that right there was a great offensive play. Cox caught it, turned, and found the open cutter. It was Perry. Laid it up. Forced St. Paul timeout, their 3rd of the half. And we'll take it with them. 5.5 to play. Galena leads it by 9. We're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics. Galena.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than 4 States Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy in Galena. Locally owned and rooted in our community, 4 States Pharmacy is the place to go for those needed vaccinations. Plus, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with 4 States Smart Car. For seniors, 4 States Pharmacy offers free Medicare Part D consultations. 4 State Pharmacy, where your health and community come together in Galena. Check us out online at 4statespharmacy.com.
So welcome back. Solid coming back late. Galena stole the inbounds, and Thatcher Botkin just put it right up and in. Easiest 2 points.
Thatcher Botkin so far doing a really good job causing 2 turnovers. That's 2 alone that he's stolen from this St. Paul offense.
Yep, Botkin will take a seat on the bench, get some rest. Zane Adams will take a seat with him. Brant Stroop will be back on the floor. And also Lincoln Kimberling, playing with 2 fouls, will check back in. Vitt loses the dribble, now gains it back. Get it down low to Kirkpatrick, can't handle it. 5th turnover of the game. At the other end, that was Brant Stroop trying to finish. awkward position, didn't have a very good angle. Now he steals it. Said, "I'm a fast break." Got some speed. Can't finish it, but Perry there grabs it, puts his miss back. And now a 13-point lead. Perry's done a really good job on the glass this game. He's been down there every time. Anytime a shot's up, he's down there expecting a rebound. Cox, good defense. Forced another miss. Perry, open three. Bang! And Galena's offense has caught fire. 12 points in the last 4 minutes. Boast them out to a huge lead. Maybe another one. Almost. And we're going to have some subs as Quentin Cox takes a seat on the bench. Bryson Stroop checks back in. Bryson Stroop, Brant Stroop, Zane Turner, Lincoln Kimberling, and Jack Perry, the 5 on the floor for your Bulldogs. Shot on the way. St. Paul, no good. Shot nearly blocked. They're going to get Perry for the foul. Be his first. But, they called on the floor. So Perry's first personal. Team foul number 1 of the quarter.
Perry did a good job there of realizing the height mismatch and just attacking the ball while it's low.
Yeah, and ultimately caused it to be on the floor. Layup put up and in by William Devereaux. 22-8 Bulldog lead. They look to get it to Perry as he's quadruple teamed. And he'll stay with the Bulldogs. Zane Adams will check in the game. He's going to check in for Zane Turner. Spot where Perry's inbound is a dangerous spot, but almost caught St. Paul just off guard. It's going to be a foul. I think they get Bryson Stroop for his second personal and team foul number 2 of the quarter. Bulldogs have jumped out to a commanding lead after leading by 4 at the end of the first quarter. Nice anticipation by Kimberling. Almost able to get the steal. Good defense being played. They get it inside to Kirkpatrick. He's going to be fouled as Adams came over to help, and I think that's who they're going to call for the foul. Zane Adams, first personal foul. Team foul number 3 of the quarter. Kirkpatrick will shoot 2. Can't get the first one. Thatcher Botkin will check in for Brant Stroop. And Quentin Cox will check in for Bryson Stroop. Second free throw got a nice touch off the flange of the rim, and it goes in. Kick down low, nice feed. Quentin Cox, Perry turnaround, shot good. Perry's been on fire. He's got 11. And that's where, for the second time now, Cox catches it in the paint and finds a cutting Perry, but Kirkpatrick gets the best of Quentin Cox that time. Kimberling trying to make a pass inside to Perry and turns it over. Third turnover for Galena. Turnaround shot. No good by Devereaux. We're going to have a foul on the floor. Foul goes on Quentin Cox, his second personal, 14 foul of the quarter. Bryson Stroop and Zane Turner checking in the game now. Lincoln Kimberly and Quentin Cox will leave. Kick to the corner. 3 on the way. Good. Breck Norris gets out on the fall. Cuts the Galena lead down to 10. St. Paul not going away easily. Perry caught it at the free throw line. Turnaround, no good. Zane Adams, offensive rebound. Zane Adams, open 3. Too strong. Bakken on the floor. Great hustle play. Gives a second chance opportunity for Galena. Perry, corner 3, good. Galena's third 3 of the game, second by Perry. We have a minute to play until halftime. Bulldogs looking to close it strong. I don't know if you can hear the chants in the background. Crowd mic doesn't work still, but they're chanting Galena. They're taking a commanding lead. Turner's ready to take off to a track race to the hoop. But they'll say out of bounds. Stay at this end with 50 seconds. Vitt has the ball at the top of the key. Cross court pass. Breck Norris has it. Get it down low to Kirkpatrick. Shot up. Going to be a high rebound. Kirkpatrick rips it down. Breck Norris has it in the corner. Time running down. 5. Get it down to Kirkpatrick. Stolen away. Turner. They run out of time, and we go to the break. Your score, 27-14. Bulldogs lead it. We'll recap it when we come back on the Leah Smith Halftime Show. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics. Galena.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
So welcome in. As we reach the halfway point in this one, Galena 27-14. They lead it. Want to let you know the halftime show is brought to you by Leah Smith Farmers Insurance, 4-state agency serving Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Leah and her team have the products, services, and experience you're looking for. Give them a call today and see why they're more than just insurance. So a pretty dominating half by Galena. I mean, that second quarter, they were able to come out after being up 10-6 and into the first quarter and score 17 points in the second quarter. Something just started clicking on offense. Cole, what was it?
Offensively, they just started making the shots. I mean, they were getting the opportunities the first quarter for sure. They were getting the wide open shots. They had plenty of opportunities to make the ball. They're just having trouble capitalizing on those opportunities. But then coming into this, they had 7 missed shots the first quarter. Then coming into the second quarter, as long as I didn't miss any, they only had 4. So it was a complete night and day difference between the two quarters. 4 is a very respectable amount, and especially Jack Perry, he was knocking down those shots. I mean, you said he has 17 points right now, and that's an exuberant amount of points for a first half game, especially compared to the Canny Valley game. He wasn't even near those numbers going into first half. Actually, going into first half during the Canny Valley game, they were more struggling on offensively and defensively. It was a really close game, and then second half they made those adjustments. It came out. I'm glad to see that they are coming in strong the first half. That means the second half they could be even stronger with their adjustments. Now defensively, I think that's when Galena has really been excelling, because they have the height difference, and St. Paul has been getting a lot of rebounds on offense just because of Kirkpatrick. He's a big player. He towers over most of Galena players, so he's getting a lot of rebounds, but they're doing a good job double teaming him and not allowing him to get putback points or anything like that. They're drawing fouls if they have to, or finding ways to get the ball back, or not even letting him get the ball just by full court presses or playing really aggressive.
Yeah, I agree. They've done a great job on Kirkpatrick playing the 2-3 zone. They like to play a lot. They're putting more of an emphasis on him, so they kind of have to cheat. Since St. Paul's only knocked down 1 3-point shot, they're putting somebody in the front of Kirkpatrick, and then usually it's Jack Perry or Quentin Cox in the back, so they can't lob it over the back for him to have a easy layup on the opposite side of the hoop. So I like what they've done to slow Kirkpatrick down. He's really strong inside, and they've limited that. In the first quarter, he was getting offensive rebounds and powering through contact, but that second quarter, the shooting display was really impressive. Obviously, like you said, Cole, led by Jack Perry with 17 points. Thatcher Bakken had 5. Zane Turner with 4 and Lincoln Kimmerling with 1. So 4 different players in scoring figures there in the first half. Exactly what we like to see. So we'll go ahead and take our second break. When we come back, we'll continue to break things down and take a look forward to the second half in under 4 minutes on your home of Galena High School Athletics.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Welcome back to the Leah Smith halftime show as we're getting set to close things out. Wanted to run over some numbers. Low turnover half. St. Paul only had 5 turnovers. Galena had 3 turnovers. Their turnovers were a good way that they were able to just stay turnover free and not short themselves out of any possessions. St. Paul had a couple turnovers in that press that Galena was able to just easily put points up. I mean, there was that one where it was an inbound. Thatcher Bakken just stole it right away and laid it up. So easy point. And then their press has caused some other issues where they're trying to throw long passes all the way from one free throw line to the other, and Galena just intercepts them like it's football almost. So really, in this second half, looking for Galena to come out with that same mindset, being aggressive. What really worked for them in that first half was when they got the ball right there at the free throw line, and it was Cox or Jack Perry or whoever it was, and they turned around, faced the basket, and usually when the defense comes to you, there's going to be somebody open in a zone, and a lot of times somebody was going backdoor, and Quentin Cox found Jack Perry 2 times, so that's been really effective. We'll look to see if they continue to try and do that, because that's how you got to beat a zone. If team's running a zone, you got to get the ball right to the middle of the floor, turn around. If it's open, you shoot it. If not, somebody else is open because a defender's probably committing to you. So St. Paul will start with the ball as third quarter action's underway. Both teams will start with their starting lineups to start this second half. Strong shot, rebound, Perry. Now direct the offense, and Zane Turner will set things up. Bryson Stroop with the ball, cross-court pass, Jack Perry. Taking some time to get the offense going here. Not seeing anything. A really short lineup on the floor for Galena as that one goes nearly out of bounds, but it'll be a almost turnover. Zane Turner jumps on it and forces a jump ball that'll stay with Galena.
Galena doing a good job taking the ball slow. They have a pretty significant lead. Of course, they don't want to lose momentum, but they have a pretty significant lead. Just an unfortunate mistake on passing.
Mm-hmm. Bryson Stroop with it. Now Brant Stroop trying to get it down low. It's going to be turned over, and a good foul because Kirkpatrick was off to the races. That was probably pretty close to a clear path foul. But it just turns out to be a common foul, and that was one of the best fouls you can take right there. St. Paul gets it across half court. look to get in their offensive set. Down low to Kirkpatrick. Easy finish inside. Cut the Galena lead down to 11. Find Perry. Perry from the corner, 3. No good. And a rebound goes to William Devereaux. Quarter of the way through. Third quarter. Breck Norris, who lost his dribble, will go off Zane Turner's leg and stay at this end of the floor. Driving in the lane, loses the ball. That's Jackson Beechner. Jump balls stay with St. Paul. It's a bit to inbound. Into the corner is Norris. Loses dribble. Get it down to Kirkpatrick. Now Vitt, an open 3. No good. Rebound by Brant Stroop. Perry Euro in the lane. Zane Turner drives in. Jump shot. No good. And Vitt will control the ball the other way. Now just lost control of it. And Zane Turner jumped on it for a jump ball. Not sure what was going on with Vitt, but turns it over to the Bulldogs as Bryson Stroop and Quentin Cox will check in the game. Brant Stroop and Lincoln Kimberling take a seat. Find Cox. He drives in and his layup no good. Offensive rebound. Kick to the wing. Nice pass by Jack Perry to find Quentin Cox. Drawing the defense, and Cox with an easy finish for his first basket of the game. Ball stay with St. Paul. Nearly a forced turnover. We get near halfway point of the third quarter. Troop guarding Vitt. Now Zane Turner, active hands to the other end. Layup up and in. Zane Turner got 6 points. And looks like we got a timeout on the floor called by St. Paul. 4-1. In fact, 4:21 to play. Galena 31-16 leading it. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back out here in Galena, Kansas. Galena still with a 15-point lead over St. Paul Indians in this one. So Galena will inbound from their own baseline. Brant Stroop with the ball. Now they get it to Quentin Cox. Makes his move, spin move, layup too strong. Falls down, no foul called there. Pass stolen away by Jack Perry. At the other end, he'll lay it up and in. Gives Perry 19 on the night. Bulldogs leading scorer by far. Vitt controlling the point. Drives in and threw up a shot trying to draw a foul. Botkin has it. Spin move and he'll turn it over. Just kind of panicked. Hustle play there to steal it away by Botkin. Great way to recover. Brant Stroop can't save it. Botkin nearly threw it off Kirkpatrick's leg. Botkin's been everywhere for the last 30 seconds. Down to Kirkpatrick. Cox was going to be called for the foul as Kirkpatrick went up strong. Be the third personal foul on Quentin Cox. Team foul number 2 of the quarter. Kirkpatrick gets the first of 2. Zane Turner and Lincoln Kimberling back into the game. Quentin Cox and Bryson Stroop will leave.
First point scored for the St. Paul Indians in the second half. Only 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Kirkpatrick's second one. Long rebound. Brant Stroop comes away with it. Fast break. Botkin, nice speed. Kimberling finishes. Kimberling's first field goal of the game had a free throw to give the Bulldogs their first points of the game. That time extends the lead out to 18 for Galena. Beechner, cross-court pass is Turner's going to truck him like he's still a linebacker, and he's going to get called for the foul there. Turner's first personal, team foul number 3 of the quarter. Pass short corner. Shot good by Beechner. Makes it 35-19. Bulldog lead. Turner gets it over to Botkin. Find Perry. Botkin's drive. Perry, pull up, jump shot, rises up, no good. Kirkpatrick rips it away, and Brant Stroop commits the foul. Second personal foul. 14. Great defense by Botkin there. Just completely stopping Beechner. Passer, that shot blocked by Jack Perry, and he's trying to save it back to his teammate Botkin. He stepped on the line. Bryson Stroop will check in for Patrick Botkin with 1:33 remaining in the third quarter. Kirkpatrick, first shot no good. Gets offensive rebound. Now he finds Beechner. His 3 good. 13-point Bulldog lead. St. Paul's still hanging around. Perry, nice pump fake and finishes. Pretty finger roll. And a quick answer by Galena. Vitt has the ball up at the top of the key, guarded by Zane Turner. Poked away, stolen. Foot race to the hoop. Turner's layup, fouled. And he'll go to the line, shoot two. Jackson Beechner, St. Paul freshman, called for the foul there. First team foul of the quarter with under a minute to play. This is the first of the pair. Jack Perry and Brant Stroop will take a seat. Thatcher Botkin and Quentin Cox will check in the game. Second one's good for Turner, so he splits the pair. Turner up to 7. Vitt dribbling out of control, and we're going to have a double dribble. Be a turnover by St. Paul.
Galena so far is doing a really good job on defense, is getting their hand on the ball and not drawing a lot of fouls. They consistently stayed with the player and getting their hand on the ball and making it really hard for them to get a pass off, a shot off, or really anything, to dribble, anything. Just getting in front of the player, they've been doing a really good job.
Yeah, they're blocking pass lanes for St. Paul. And that time, 3 ball, Zane Turner knocks it down. And yeah, Cole, you're right. Active hands, they're not dipping their hands in the cookie jar too much. That time, Botkin stolen. Bryson Stroop at the other end. Finds Botkin. He jump stops his layup. Good. And the foul. What a turn of events there. In about 25 seconds, a chance at 6 points and a chance at a 22-point lead if this free throw goes. 3-point play. Nothing but net gives the Bulldogs a 22-point lead. St. Paul, the half-court heave, no good. We head to the final quarter of play. All Bulldogs 44-22. You're watching the home of
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different. I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Welcome in to the final quarter of play. Bulldogs finish the third quarter strong and take a commanding 22-point lead into the fourth quarter. St. Paul will start with the ball. So that's Breck Norris with it. Good defense by Brant Stroop. Down low, nice poke away by Quentin Cox. Galena's really eliminated Kirkpatrick in the second half. Shot by Devereaux, no good. And Quentin Cox gets the block. Brant Stroop takes it the other way and brings it back out to the top of the key. Brant Stroop with it. Left side of the arc. Adams down low to Perry. Jump shot, turnaround, and gets fouled. Perry will shoot two. His first free throw of the game gets it to go. And splits the pair. Top of the keys, Vitt. Guarded closely by Jack Perry. Vitt jump stop, pull up. Left it short. Vitt gets his own rebound. Out to the corners. Beechner, no good. Quentin Cox there to get the rebound. Jack Perry takes it the other way in the lane. Open lane. Layup. Good. 23 for Perry. 24 make it. Nice job again. Quentin Cox. That time help got there a little bit too late, and Kirkpatrick makes him pay. Top of the key, Botkin with it. Strupp had an open look, passed it up. Perry, right side of the arc, three, bang! His fourth three of the game. As Galena lighten the scoreboard up. Vitt with it. Corner three on the way. No good. That's Breck Norris. Botkin. Layup. Good. Nice burst of speed to get to the hoop and finish through contact. Pull-up shot blocked. And a run of Galena players and a layup by Brant Stroop. His first points of the game and a 30-point lead by Galena with 5:05 to play. Timeout on the floor from St. Paul. We'll take a break. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back. Here is we have 5 minutes to play, and this one's all but over. Galena just putting the finishing touches on this with 5:05 to play. Bring in a fresh set of players. We're going to have Bryson Stroop, Zane Turner, Tiante Paul, Lincoln Kimberling, and Chance Gilbert. Perry, Botkin, Quentin Cox all sitting on the end of the bench. So we'll see if we see him again in this game. Shot nearly blocked by Kimberling. They're going to call him for the foul. He got the ball, but he also got some of the. Who's that on? That was got a little too much of Breck Norris's arm. So Norris, while he's at the line, also the clock's going to be running. So it's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Unless there's a timeout called, of course. Thank you, Nick. So Galena just threw that one away. They're looking to get the outlet pass, and nobody was home. Halfway gone in the fourth quarter. Pull up shot over near the rim. Kirkpatrick rips it away, and it's going to be a backcourt violation on St. Paul. Zane Adams checks in the game. Zane Turner will leave. Bryson Stroop also will leave, and that'll leave Jackson Bailey to check in. Kick over to the right wing. Three, no good by Gilbert. Another opportunity, and Kimberling travels. 6 Galena turnover the game, so that's a pretty low number. So under 3 minutes to play in this one. We'll be next live against Baxter Springs. It'll be here. Pregame will start. I won't be here doing it. I believe Nick Butler will be here broadcasting it live to you guys. I'm not 100%. We're waiting on see what Boss Man says. But hopefully we can get that one covered. Baxter Springs is going to be a pretty tough task. I don't know if they're playing tonight, but they were 3-0 when I looked yesterday. So they're going to be a pretty tough team all year. Got quite a bit of players returning on that team. Maybe Nick Butler can give us a little bit of insight. Turnover by Bitt. Passed it to Bailey, and St. Paul's they're gonna fall to 0-4 in this one, and Leno improved to 2-2, get back to 500. Very manageable spot to be is starting to finish out the non-conference games and going into winter break, and then right as soon as you get out, you're going to start going through the heart of the C&C teams. We're going to play Baxter, Frontenac, Riverton, and all those are just going to be in order, 2 of them a week almost. So Galena's going to get tested again real soon. They have early on in this season, and they're going to have another test next week, both boys and girls. Adams, straightaway 3, boom. Dribbling the ball out for the final couple seconds. Deontay Paul gets a steal. Paul looking for a layup. Can't get it. Kimberling, second chance. Yep. Or third chance. Kimberling has 5 in the game. Make sure and stick around for the post-game show at the conclusion of this one, where we'll recap stats and analysis from this game and talk about some of the things upcoming here. We get close to Christmas time. Happy holidays to everyone. Pass tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Jackson Bailey. That last minute three is good by Vitt, and that'll be the final. 59-27, your final here as Galena wins it and moves to 2-2 on the season. We'll recap it next. You're watching the home of Galena High School Athletics, Galena Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Welcome into the postgame show. Your final 59-27. Bulldogs win it, and they win 7 different point scores. Your leading scorer, Jack Perry, with 27. Thatcher Botkin with 10. Zane Turner with 10. Lincoln Kimberling with 5. Brant Stroop with 2. Quentin Cox with 2. And Zane Adams with 3. So outside of Jack Perry, very balanced scoring throughout the lineup. Jack Perry, we knew he was going to be a big player coming in. He certainly was tonight. And Galena came in and did what they were supposed to do and take care of business. They get back on track and get to 500. How'd they do it, Cole?
Overall, Cooper, they just played really well. I mean, they started knocking down their shots, and I think that was a big factor going into it. Defensively, I guess I'll start with that. Defensively, they caused a lot of turnovers, They created a lot of pressure, and that pressure really changed the dynamic of the game. They were full court pressing the whole first half, and a lot of times they were trapping St. Paul on their own half, and St. Paul kind of had to just chuck it down the court, and they don't really have much set up. And I just really think the pressure is what really changed the game. Galena came out with a hustle. There wasn't a play where I saw a single guy walking or a single guy even look tired. They never showed it once, and they were sprinting basically the whole game, showing their intensity the whole game. putting on pressure the whole game, full court pressing, doing everything they did. And I didn't even notice one guy tired. Obviously, they're conditioned players, and I think that that's going to help them throughout the entire season, especially now that I saw them making their shots or, finishing the opportunities that they were creating, because they were doing a really good job getting open shots. They just weren't knocking them down. And throughout the game, they just got better and better, especially Jack Perry. He was just, in the second half, I didn't see him miss a shot. I'm sure he did, but I was just so focused on him making 3 after 3 and then driving in. And then Thatcher Bakken actually had himself a really good game, poking the ball out, getting a hand on the ball, not causing a lot of fouls either. He was just getting a hand on the ball, stealing it. He had a lot of forced turnovers and a lot of fast break points too. One of them, he turned it over at the half court, passed it over his teammate. His teammate brings it up, passes it back to him, and then he had a 3-on-1 situation. He dribbled it up and then just took another step in and got the point, or got the 2-pointer. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, it was a really good, well-rounded game, I would say. And yeah, I think you're right. Thatcher Botkin played really aggressive. He used his speed, and even though he's not the smallest or the tallest person, he's one of the shorter people on the court almost every game. And he can sneak up behind defenders and steal the ball away. That's exactly what he did. And with that being said, Galena ultimately gets the win and puts them on track. They got a week to prepare for Baxter Springs, and tonight they learned a lot about their team, and that's what they're going to do a lot early on in this season. They lost by 18 last night, and then they come in here tonight, didn't look exhausted at all, bring 8 or 9 people, and Coach Meyer subs people in and out. It seems like every 2 minutes about. I think it's pretty close to that, and that's in part to just keeping fresh bodies on the floor and also being conditioned, like you said. So they did a really good job. This team continues to grow around what they have, then they could be really good. Just the only negative is the size they have, and size doesn't win every time. We saw that tonight. Galena did a great job doubling Kirkpatrick. They knew the game plan coming in. They saw him last year, knew he was going to return, and Coach Meyer had a game plan coming in. They executed it perfectly, and with that, they get a win, 59-27. So if you don't have anything else, I don't have anything else. We're going to go ahead and put a wrap on this one, saying so long for myself, my partner Cole Grand, and Nick Butler, saying so long. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hope everybody has a great night, and catch us live next Tuesday where we take on Baxter Springs here pregame at 5:45 for the girls to take on Baxter Springs, and the varsity boys shortly after that. So everybody make sure and tune into that here a week from today.